Hi guys, proud manager of Logroñés FC here in the Spanish Segunda B. I'm just doing a little progress report on my online clan game. Basically, I'm part of the PGC clan, which has been around for a number of years now. We've done a load of different leagues, a load of different nations, and basically we play the game for a year. We take the lowest teams possible and the lowest rep possible. So we start off as Sunday League and I think it's National B or National C, but our aim is always to take the nation's rankings to number one, our profiles and our clubs to the very height we can throughout the year. Um, Basically, I'll be showing you a bit about my team and everybody else's, and then I will do another video once the playoffs and the season has been completed. Anyway, let's get into it. My team, as I said, is Logroñés. I don't think it's the right badge because I haven't downloaded anything to fix the badges or the names, but so I apologise for that. As you can see, my profile, he's a handsome bastard, but what can I say? It's true. That's all I can say. It's true. Um, Finances insecure. My affiliates, I managed to get my hands on Toulouse, who have, to be honest, have offered absolutely nothing, but they're miles above my level at the minute, so they're wanting all their players to play with higher quality players, which is understandable, but at the same time, gash. Basically, this is probably my main man at the minute, Mendy, who I have managed to tie down until 2019. He's got 20 goals. He had something like 20 goals in 24 games, but then he went through a dry spell. I don't know what the problem there was. I did have a mass fucking angry bunch of bastards in my team for absolutely no reason, so that's probably why. Um, Apart from him, my team is actually pretty average. I played a 4-2-3-1 and where is my other? I do have somewhere. There he is, Chevy. I do not know why he's in centre back at the minute. Something has obviously happened there. This guy for this level is pretty darn decent. There's make no mistake about that. Again, he's one I've tied down because my finances are as insecure as what they are. Pretty much couldn't tie down everybody, but I've tied down the best ones just in case I don't get promoted. So we'll have a wee look at the league table. As you can see, I'm top at the minute, but it's pretty tight. I was 7 or 8 points clear, now I'm only 4. My bottle's crashing, my forms went to fuck. This team, whoever they are charging at me like a fucking a demon. And in fourth place, this is actually Jonas. He's from Denmark. He's didn't have the best of times last year because he was moving house and had a lot of stuff going on. Didn't have a lot of time to put into his tactics and his preparation. But as you can see, he's doing pretty well. His team, same position as most, insecure finances. What I will say is, because of last year, I wasn't quite sure how it was going to go for him, but his form is consistent. His team, to be fair to him, is really average. This guy, though, is an absolute beast. Oh, Stu's saving the game. Right in the middle of the video. For God's sake, Stu, what are you doing to me? The guy I was mentioning, Jorge Galan, or George Galan, whatever way you want to pronounce it, for this level is an absolute beast. And at the age of 28, I think maybe if I didn't go up this season, if I was Jonas, I'd maybe consider cashing in on him and improving the squad as a whole. Because like I says, the finances are insecure. Now that it's finished saving, we can crack on. Pretty much that's it. Jonas's club, where is it? Profile. I mean, insecure finances. Their reputation is actually bigger than mine, which I find quite surprising. To be honest, I didn't actually think that. He's actually got a few players in. I'd imagine some are alright, and I'd imagine he's made a few mistakes like myself. I've signed a load of people, and most of them are absolutely shocking, by the way. Boo boo and a half. next manager will be Stew, or maybe Stew 2, or Stew 3, whatever he's going by now, because he's been sacked a few times. Sorry, Stu. Um, to be fair, I've played this game since I was in nappies, and he's got one of the fastest sackings that I've ever seen in my life, on solo or on an online. Sorry, I think it's more to do with the reputation that we start. The board are like, as soon as you step out of line, you're out the door because you're basically Johnny Nobody. You're a Sunday League manager, and basically for that reason, they're impatient as fuck. Um, what I will say is, Stu is usually one of the front runners, and he's somebody who you know in time will be near the top somewhere. He's managed to get his hand on this guy, Iker Hernandez, who actually rejected a loan to me. So, but this guy is genuinely really good, and so is the manager. So I wonder, can Stu sneak into a playoff place? He's 6 points off it with 6 games to go. Never say never. If he keeps his form up, then there is no reason why he can't. On to Toledo, another team with insecure finances, which seems to be the theme. I can't really say much about Toledo because Mike's only been there a short time. Mike's from Belgium. Mike gets sacked from Cartagena. Mike spends half his time in the clan making sure he's got the best scouting setup that the world has ever seen. But unfortunately, that scouting setup has let him down because Cartagena paid for his taxi and told him to get the first fucking flight to Toledo. Only joking, Mike. I don't know. I don't really know where Toledo was when he took over, so it's hard for me to judge. Right now, we'll obviously see how it goes and how he progresses in the next video that I make. But I wish him all the best, of course. Now that we've covered my league, because I think that's everyone from my league. Yep, it is. We'll go to B1. See, the Spanish Segunda B is actually, it consists of 4 different divisions, and basically the top 4 go into a playoff, which is going to be fucking horrific, to be honest, if I'm completely honest, because the likes of Jamie here, who's doing really well. I mean, he's pissing that league, but he is still going to need to fight in a playoff to be promoted. Can you imagine the heartache when you get fucked by a red card or an injury or some stupid penalty? Oh dear, the horror. To be fair to Jamie, he's taken a team that's very expectant. He's hit the ground running and he's ran away. Basically, a lot of managers bottled the chance to take racing because they didn't want to deal with the expectation. And I put myself in with the bunch of bottlers because I didn't want it either. It's a new game. Nobody really knows what's going to happen. Online's a completely different ball game. So, aye, he's hit the ground running, as I said, and he's doing fantastic, which is really good because he joined. He didn't miss any games, but he didn't have the preparation or the homework or that any other guys had because he joined, I think, when we had already started the window, but I could be wrong there, so don't hold me to it. Burgers and Chips, or Burgos, is Andy Fallon, who is having a really steady season. He was unbeaten for quite some time. I'm pretty sure of it. I think he had quite a few draws in the mix, yep. But to be honest, when you're not losing games, it's all good. He lost his last game against Ponferrada, which now belong to Andy. We'll get there soon. But other than that, Andy's having a pretty fine season. And if it wasn't for the period of games that he missed, I think, in this sort of section, then who knows where he'd be because his assistant didn't do too well. I put him at the cup. But, well, I say I put him at the cup. I put his assistant at the cup, which is never great. Regional 2-star reputation, insecure. Pretty much all the teams are the same, and there is obvious quality in some teams, you know, like the likes of Racing and Murcia, and these are the front runners because they have actually got a good, expensive squad in comparison to the likes of Burgos and that. But I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, Ponferrada did belong to Jay, now belong to Andy. Jay's another victim of the sacking. As you can see, Ponferrada, make of the graph what you will. They're actually 2.5, another team that's insecure. Since Andy's taken over, it's been a loss, a win, a win. He's picked up more points than he's lost. He's basically on a little streak here, 3 wins and a draw. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes. Pointless debating over signings because they're not his signings. It was obviously Jay that made them. Basically, Andy's got a really good player in Andy. Andy the player, Andy the manager. A bit of favouritism going on there. But Andy's got a really solid team there. Make no mistake about it. If he can make a late playoff charge, it'd be one team I wouldn't want to draw in the playoffs because that's a really strong group of players. Now we skip down to B3. Now here we have the sneaky Spaniard that is Pedro. And when I say sneaky, I'm only joking, but have a look at this. Pedro has done his homework. He's picked his home team, but he's picked them for the reason where he knows he can get money on these guys, which, believe me, makes a hell of a difference. He's brought in all these people, which is taking a lot of homework because having looked at a few of them, mainly this guy, then you can see, obviously you can't see his stats, but on my solo game, I've seen his stats, and at the age of 21, he's still improving. So Pedro's got a real gem there for basically pennies, and if all goes tits up, which could easily happen in the playoffs, he's got somebody there to stand him in good stead until 2019 and could possibly cash in on him as well. Where I give Pedro his due, is Sabadell by any means were not a great team. He's really done his homework, and I predicted this at the start. He's done his homework and it's paid off. He's a man on a mission at the moment, and I give him credit for that, of course. On to Hercules. This is a team when I was back in my prime, you know, a dashing young 19, 20-year-old man. Used to play the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid and co. They used to sport the almighty Royston Drenfey, if anybody remembers him. Obviously, Matt, who is in charge of them, has made a hell of a lot of changes. Part exchange deals. Obviously, Matt knows what he's doing. A lot of people did not doubt that Hercules had a good squad because they have. There's no doubt in that. But people didn't want to go them because of the expectation and the financial insecurity. But to be quite honest, every team has got financial insecurity. So, all the best, Matt. I'll be keeping an eye on it to see how it goes for you. On to the next. Who can we see? We'll start with Ali, since he's top of the league. Ali's always been one of the clan's finest managers. He's 2.5 star reputation, national, finances insecure, surprise, surprise. Ali has made absolutely sod all changes, which, to be honest, is no very surprising. Ali can go somewhere and work without changes. He's a good manager. He's got a pretty average team. I think, in my opinion, a lot of teams are average. Most of them are all the same, but each team has a certain player or two which are a real asset to the squad, and that's no different here. Basically, Ali, I think will go up. My tips for promotion in the playoff are Ali and Pedro. I think they'll go up, and I'm going to predict that Andy and Stu make a very late playoff charge. The two I want to avoid are Ali and Pedro, just because they've been at the top from the start. They've stayed there. They've been consistent. They're both very good managers. Who else is in this league? Andy Murcia. Oh, Andy got the chop. Sorry about that, Andy boy. Cartagena was Mike's old team. Mike got the bullet as well. Oh, there we go. I knew there was somebody else. Jean. Jean, who was Stu's first love, but Stu quickly got the boot. This is the team that he lasted about 5 minutes in. Stu lasting 5 minutes, eh? Never to be known. um, Made a load of signings. Loaned somebody from Pedro, surprisingly enough. I didn't know that. But when I was doing all my practice games, sorry for the stuttering there, I never ever even looked at this team, and it surprised me when Stu took them, because I honestly, for some reason, had never saw them. They don't look that bad, but now that Jay's in charge of them, I mean, he's got a real battle on his hands. I mean, as much as a couple of wins can take him up to here, I mean, look how tight it is down there. He could easily be dragged into a relegation battle if he's not careful. Um, but yeah, basically, we play the same amount of games as the English Premier League. What happens is the top four of each league go into a playoff. I'm not really sure the structure of it, but what I know is it's going to be an absolute headfuck, because somebody that won the league by 10, 12, 20 points, that doesn't matter. You can still not go up. And given the fact every single team we've looked at have insecure finances, you can only begin to imagine how devastating it is when you go into the next season and your finances are completely and utterly ruined, and you're having to at least match what you done the season before, otherwise your board will be like, you're fired. But anyways, guys, that's it for now. I'll be back either during the playoffs or after the playoffs with a little update on how everything went and who went up, etc., etc. I hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, then you can fuck off. Only joking. Thanks for listening and tuning in, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.